It's going to be a very good first round of the playoffs, may I say. It is looking like it's going to be a very good first round of the playoffs. I'm really excited to see some games like the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. I was really excited to potentially go up to that game. However, I will be on ESPN Plus Saturday the 14th, 2 o'clock, FAU, North Texas, down here, Boca Raton, Florida. I will be on the call there, so I'll not be able to go up to that game. But we have some very exciting playoff matchups that I'm really, really looking for. The NFL playoffs this year, sometimes you'll find a team just scratch their way in and bump out a more talented team. You could argue that happened with the Seahawks over the Lions or the Dolphins over how the Steelers looked in the second half of the season. But we have some very exciting matchups. So what I'm going to do for you guys, I'm just going to go over every single game and give my thoughts and predictions. Seattle Seahawks, San Francisco 49ers. I think Seattle, like we all saw the video, Geno Smith trying to do the gritty, Pete Carroll coming in with a scooter. Maybe I played on the screen, maybe I didn't. And they're like, oh my gosh, these guys are supposed to be scared. They're going against the 49ers. Yeah, but then you hear what Pete Carroll says in the press conference, like, yeah, it's great in the playoffs, but it just kind of sucks they're playing the 49ers. 49ers, to me, best team in the league. Those who watched my power rankings the other day, best team in the league. All pros, all across the board. Grab any player on that defense pretty much, and I'd be happy to fill him on my team. Brock Purdy's been doing good enough, and for once, good enough is good enough, undefeated since coming in. The way they run the ball, Deebo Samuel is coming back. I really like the 49ers. I like the 49ers to go on and probably win the Super Bowl. To do that, they have to win this game against Seattle, and they will comfortably do that. And that game I was just talking about, Chargers, Jaguars, two teams that have not had a lot of success in their lifetimes, two teams with two bright quarterbacks, two teams, their quarterbacks arguably the best from their draft class. I used to say Herbert's better than Burrow. I'm kind of leaning back from that just a little bit, but I'm not completely off that bandwagon. Herbert's got a lot of talent. Also, I saw a post, two of the best hair out of quarterbacks. Herbert. Remember when Herbert cut his hair? Ugh, that was a scary sight. But they're taking on Jacksonville, second half of the season, one of the hottest teams in football. Trevor Lawrence has been arguably the best quarterback in the second half of the season. They can't really run the ball. That is their one deficiency. 19 yards on the ground against the Titans in the AFC South Championship. Week 18 matchup on Saturday that I'll coin it. The Chargers go into this actually as betting favorites as -1.5. But I'm going to take the Jaguars in that. They're young. They're ignorant. They don't know enough to be scared. And they have had players in meaningful positions that have been in this position before. Travis Etienne, Trevor Lawrence, national champs with Clemson. They have more experience than they let on. Trevor Lawrence went to 2 national championships, has had this pressure his entire career of, hey, you're going to be the best. And he's gone out so far this season and looked like he was been all that's been chalked up to be. I'm going to take the Chargers in that matchup. A closer game, definitely, than 49ers Seahawks, but I'm going to take the Jaguars in that one. Miami and Buffalo. As a Dolphins fan, I would love to sit here and stick out my chest and say the Dolphins are going to win it. But the betting line's 13 favor in Buffalo for a reason. I think the Dolphins are going to get pushed in a similar nature to the 49ers Seahawks game. I think the 49ers are going to be more of a blowout, but it can get ugly, especially with Skylar Thompson probably playing for the Dolphins. I'll take Buffalo. I'll mope a little bit. I'll be sad. I know it's going to happen, so it's not going to hurt as bad when it does happen. Who knows? Maybe you win, but obviously I'm taking the Bills there. Giants and Vikings. I'm sticking out my chest a little bit. This one, I love the Giants here. I love the Giants here. They've got a great team that has been really full of guys that before the season started, could you name me anybody who's been playing wide receiver for them for the past few weeks before week 2? Darius Slayton aside, starting Shepard's injured. Kenny Golladay, he got a touchdown. Hey, he got a touchdown. Can any of you guys name a starting receiver on the Giants other than those guys? Guys who are making plays right now for them? Most people couldn't. Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley were very close to trying to find another football team to play for. And here we are. They're in the playoffs. They got the second wild card spot. The defense has been playing great all year long. Leonard Williams has done a fantastic job on the defensive line. I'm taking the Giants. Daniel Jones, the last game he played, 94 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Giants dominated the clock in that game against a bad Indianapolis Colts team, yes, but they need to get Daniel Jones moving as much as they did then. They need to have design quarterback runs, a lot more RPO play, because you don't have the weapons to try to hit plays deep. So you need a little bit of misdirection. Vikings have a very bad defense. I'm not sure if this is still the case, but at one point they were the 32nd ranked defense in the league. I don't trust Kirk Cousins. I'm gonna say Christian Kirk. I don't trust Kirk Cousins in playoff games, in standalone games. I'm taking the New York Giants over the Minnesota Vikings. Baltimore Ravens, Cincinnati Bengals. If only Lamar Jackson was looking like he was going to play, because then it becomes a ball game. Tyler Huntley might not even play. Might be Anthony Brown again. Again, a game that could have been fantastic. Another divisional matchup. Three of those, excuse me. Seahawks, 49ers, Bills, Dolphins, and now this matchup, Sunday Night Football, Ravens, Bengals. Could have been a fantastic game, but I'm sorry, Bengals. Just is what it is. And then finally wrapping out, Cowboys, Buccaneers. Just made a Cowboys video right before this one. It's one and done. It's one and done for them boys. It's not the season. Them boys are not riding. They're going to be going back to Dallas. I got Tampa Bay, Tom Brady. I've too many times as a Dolphins fan bet against Tom Brady. They're 8-9. I don't care. They're going to win. They're going to just find a way to win. I don't think it's going to be that good of a game. I think it's actually going to be somewhat of a letdown, because the brands, you have Dallas Cowboys, America's team, going against Tom Brady, America's quarterback. It's very aesthetically pleasing to the eye. It's like, whoa, Cowboys, Brady. I don't think it's going to be the whoa that we're hoping it is. So I do have Tampa Bay winning there. Another one and done. That's just who the Cowboys are at this point. Yeah, they're going to get to the playoffs. You know, they might win 10 games, 12 games again this year. Big whoop-de-doo. Their team is being stripped of talent every single year because of Dak Prescott's massive contract. So just running it back, 49ers, Jaguars, Bills, Giants, Bengals, and Buccaneers wrapping out. Watching this on YouTube, let me know down in the comments below who you got winning those games. Very excited for the first round of the playoffs.